something really quick. I wonder if you can even hear your audio.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and see.
I'm going to do something really. I mean, fingers crossed. I hope that you can hear your audio. I mean, fingers crossed. I hope that you can hear your audio.
I don't know if I can hear my audio.
Oh my god, dude. I don't even know how we are going to fix this, because I honestly, I'm curious, because I don't understand why it won't actually get your audio in here. It doesn't ever tell me, nothing ever tells me how the fuck to do this. I can't find it on the internet anywhere. I've literally added in a freaking trillion and one things. We might just need to stream it for yours, because if that's the case, I'll just take the VOD from you.
Yeah, so, probably. Yeah.
Stream, I'm sorry, but I am ending this.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need to make
it. I'm ending it like that, because I don't even have the ability to stream it that way. Yeah, that's irritating. Okay, that's fine. I'm sorry. We are going to do this from the Slumber Crusader, the Sleep King stream.
The Sleep King himself. It's me.
Beautiful. What a beautiful testament.
I fucked up that intro hard.
I fucked it up for you. Let's just put it that way.
Bravo, let's go. Oh my goodness. Gosh. Well, anyways, to start off the stream, we are going to go over the HB-1557, aka the freaking Don't Say Gay bill. And I am joined here with AjaxStudio, aka Chris. How are you doing, man?
Oh shoot, man, I'm living my best life, trying to learn Streamlabs OBS every single day of my life. No, man, I'm doing good. Just, living my best life. Trying to figure out the world, trying to figure out, what is going on. And to say it simply, there's a lot going on. We've got this bill that was passed in Florida. That's really controversial. It's all over the media, right? And there is it's a subtle tension right now amongst Democrats and Republicans, and it's always red or blue, right? Like nothing is ever taken into nobody takes into account morality, one's morals in comparison to a kind of label that we throw on in a political system. The Republicans versus the Democrats, red versus blue, elephant versus donkey. You name it, we've got it. So this is a really interesting bill we're going to be reading about today, and it is passed. It is something that is going on, and is in the laws in Florida. It has been passed through. It's already passed through the Senate and the House, and it was signed by the governor how many days ago? All it says here on our articles is that it was signed in 2022, proposed in 2022 through the House of Representatives, and then, kind of prolonged and signed eventually by the governor. I think it passed through and was signed all within like 3 weeks. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it all happened within like a 3-week time span.
Well, I think it's more like 3 months according to this.
Okay, so 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, the Don't Say Gay bill, ironically enough, says nothing about being gay, homosexual, transsexual, anything really about sexuality. So the irony of it is why do they call it the Don't Say Gay bill? Why has that kind of stigma name been put on it? So I'm hoping we talk about it and kind of wrap our minds around it today.
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, and like you said, the bill doesn't really mention anything about gay at all. Um, I think the only thing close to it would be sexual orientation, but in that aspect, it's more like teaching it to a child between kindergarten and third grade. So it's just saying that teachers cannot, well, teach about sexual orientation or anything related to that to those ages. Which I think it's fair. I think it's fair enough. Um,
Right.
and the and just so everyone is clear, if you're watching this, it's called Parental Rights and Education Bill. It like even the title of it has nothing to do with sexual orientation, gay, lesbian, whatever. It has nothing to do with that.
I mean, literally, the first from line 2 to 3 is the first sentence, and it reads, excuse me, lines 2 to 4, 5, 6. It's a long sentence. I think this is a bit of a run-on. Anyways, excuse me.
Yeah.
But line 2 literally reads, an act relating to parental rights and education, amending section 1001.42 FS, which I believe is like further sectioned, or excuse my legalities. I did not become a lawyer for a reason, okay? But FS, requiring district school boards to adopt procedures that comport with certain provisions of law for notifying a student's parents of specified information, requiring such procedures to reinforce the fundamental right of parents to make decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children in a specified manner, prohibiting procedures from prohibiting a parent from accessing certain records, providing construction, prohibiting a school district from adopting procedures or student support forms that prohibit school district's personnel from notifying a parent about specified information, or that encourage or have the effect of encouraging a student to withhold from a parent such information. I'm not going to continue on, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's all about parental rights for their children in school. We've to kind of go into detail. There was a teacher in California that literally took down the American flag, and every
Oh
day
yeah,
at the beginning
yeah.
of the school,
Mhm.
um, the students were asking, like, why isn't there an American flag? And she's like, well, I don't hang an American flag in my class. If y'all want to pledge your allegiance to something, you can pledge your allegiance to the gay flag, or the gay flag, the pride symbol of the LGBTQ community, or Q plus community. Where I'm not gonna offend nobody here. I've already gone through that. The LGBTQIA plus.
YMCA.
But yeah, so oh my god. Oh, we're not going to be able to make this serious enough. It
That's
just,
alright. Yeah.
the teacher specifically took down the American flag that was in her classroom and put up a gay flag and said, y'all can pledge y'all's allegiance to this. And I think what baffled me the most about this scenario was that nobody in the school would have really done anything had parents not gotten agitated, angry, upset over it. I think it's really crazy that some of the things that teachers and school districts can do to children it just blows my mind. I mean, and it can be crude. I mean, growing up, and I mean, of course, growing up in the state of Texas, it was nothing. You wake up, you go to school, one of the first things you do, other than morning prayer, was pledge your allegiance to America. And if you were, in school when I was, you also had to do the Pledge of Allegiance to Texas. So, those fundamental things, and something that, me and Sleep King learned in seminary way back then, back whenever we were in our American civilization courses, is the fundamentals of the Pledge of Allegiance, the Constitution, the preamble. and the fundamental truths to what they stand for. And if you look through history, and history always repeats itself, but if you look through history and you see the time that was taken to write these, kind of anthems, or these pledges, it's crazy because they put a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and literally died over this thing. And for somebody in 2022 to be like, "Nah, we're not going to do that. You pray to this thing." It just kind of blows my mind. And not to get off topic from the bill, but it just brings to light that there is things that schools and teachers do that can completely mess with children. And obviously it affected the children enough to go talk to their parents about it. So just to continue on with that, I'm baffled, to say the very least. So anyways,
Yeah.
I'm going to take up a lot of time talking. I talk a lot.
That is a-okay. As long as more discussion gets out there. But anyways, and the parts that you highlighted here, as far as prohibiting procedures from parent from accessing certain records, honestly, this first part encourages parents to have more access to like their child's records. So the bill is just that, parent their rights in their child's education. So basically wants the parents to get more involved and have the teachers not so involved where they're not supposed to,
Right.
And that's what I'm seeing. Let's see. Prohibiting a school district from adopting procedures or student support forms that prohibit school district personnel from notifying a parent about specified. So basically, parents are supposed to be notified about certain things from schools. Because I'm assuming that because this bill states this, that parents did not have that sort of authority before in their school
it's
district.
No different than the satanic club that was created, and it was a middle school, wasn't it? I mean, specific things like that should definitely be talked about. I mean, if your child is attending an after-school program or something, that's cool, but wouldn't you like to know where your child is? I mean, I believe that, to some capacity, you would want to know what your child's doing. I know my parents did. And they expected me out of the locker room after football practice and wrestling practice at a specific time, because if not, dinner was getting cold. So, but I mean, think about it. Like clubs like that promote, satanic rituals and the like, are mind-boggling. Like how on earth can you let children who haven't experienced adulthood yet make these decisions to join these clubs that they have like little to no business being in? I mean, if you look at Hollywood, all these Hollywood actors don't get into Scientology and everything until they're in at least their 20s, which by then they have a little bit of life experience. So why are we going to induce children with things of that manner? So yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it wants the whole idea behind the bill is that it just wants parents involved more, which I cannot stress enough. There is not enough parents being involved with their children's lives, not in the slightest. I think that's the reason why we have such problems that we do today, especially with the youth. Like, to state an example, I worked at a summer camp, a church summer camp, a Christian summer camp over the summer, or this last summer. And there was this particular group that came in, and I kid you not, out of the entirety of 400 some odd kids, there was only one kid in particular who was sincere and nice. Every single other one of them acted like they were owed something. They were entitled to everything that we were doing for them, and that they deserved it for whatever reason. I mean, these are a bunch of, 15, 16, 17-year-olds, and it just blows my mind that parents will allow their children to become that. I mean, if we would not have as many problems in society if it wasn't for the fact that everybody feels entitled to everything. Last time I checked, you haven't fought in a war, you 16-year-old. So things like that and things in that manner, I believe that parents need to get involved more. And I think Florida, and to some capacity, is taking right steps in that direction. They want their, parents involved. Do I feel like it will help, you know, it'll be a fix-all? No, I think that there's problems with this bill as well. And I know that me and, Anthony both have discussed that, and we'll get into that here in a little bit once we read down further into it. But it's taking a step in the right direction and trying to get families reunited. I mean, why are families so dissected and broken up nowadays? I'm not saying that divorce isn't a pertinent thing. Divorce is a very real thing. I know several people who are divorced. I know several couples that had children out of wedlock, and I understand that it is a real thing. But whenever you take a family dynamic, whether you are, have a single, parental role in a house, or, you have a single parent in the house, you should absolutely be looking up to them and seeing what they're doing. And if you're not looking up to them and they're, the epitome of what you want to become in life, then by all means you need to, try to do better. Because you can either live higher than the expectations set for you, or you can stoop down to them. It's all about adversity. And in a society and, of everybody feels entitled, you're not going to have that adversity. You're not going to have that tenacity to want to grow because you expect everything to be given to you. So absolutely, 100%, I think Florida's taking the right steps in bringing parents back into the schools to see what their children are doing. So yeah. Long spiel.
No, yeah, I agree. The whole entitlement part, I kind of think that also kind of lies with the parents as well. Because I've heard some stories, like, oh, well, my parents, beat me as a child. I don't want my child to go through that, It's like, but then you got to think about it. Like, behind everything, there's a motive, right?
Right.
And I believe that, well, probably not all, but hopefully all, but most parents just want what's best for their child.
Absolutely.
And, freaking a teacher teaching a classroom of students about sexual orientation, well, that teacher just doesn't take into consideration what the parents think,
Exactly.
And I think that's just what this bill is trying to prevent. It just wants the well-being of not only the children, but it also wants the parents more involved. It wants them more, I should say, responsible for their children. So overall, I mean, like, this bill is a benefit. Like this part that I highlighted right here, line 21 through 23, So part of the bill is prohibiting classroom discussion about sexual orientation or gender identity in certain grade levels or in a specified manner. Now, I don't know about you, but kindergarten, I was just thinking about nap time. All the way up to 4th grade, I was thinking about, recess and, freaking just trying to be a good student, Basically,
absolutely.
Basically, kids don't think about, like, sexuality, sexual orientation, or, even identity at that point, because they're just kids, they have innocent minds, and they just want to have fun, and they just want to, and they just want to be them. They want to be kids,
Absolutely. And I think a big part of that too is, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, what were you thinking about in kindergarten? Because I can promise you weren't thinking about, do I like boys? Do I like girls? You were thinking about, how am I going to fit this star in the square size? Like, how am I going to put the star in the square? And it wasn't ever going to work, right? So, like, to think that, the children's minds are so complex at such a young age is it's crazy. I mean, even a child with, a 200 IQ would probably not be thinking about if they liked boys or girls in kindergarten. It's an assumption. I'm throwing it out there, but I would highly assume that, because what child would? What child is thinking if they truly like a boy or a girl in the 3rd grade? I mean, maybe 4th grade, you're kind of pushing it, but in the 3rd grade and under, and this is when it specifies, later on in the bill, the K through 3rd grade, you're not thinking about, am I really a boy or am I really a girl? You know that you have body parts that maybe some others don't. And you're not thinking, I wonder if this fits in that. It doesn't happen that way. It's kind of it's atrocious to me to think that people assume that child development is so crazy and abundant and so fast at that age, because it's not. And I would just like to see parents getting involved more with their child's education. And I think another thing, and this needs to be mentioned, is that we have a rise of technology in our world. We're streamers. We are streaming on a Twitch platform right now. Anybody can tune in. Any age group, really.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. GG.
Shout out YouTube.
Yeah, shout out YouTube, because they need our shout out. But, the internet and the world as we know it is growing so fast and so dependent on technology. It is just a matter of time until technology is starting at a very, very early age. And by all means, I feel like children should be protected from such material at such a young age, because the child's mind is not developed and is not as coherent as later ages. It's kind of like, remember how people used to say, so if a woman is pregnant, you shouldn't curse while the woman is pregnant, because the child will come out and start having negative thoughts. Which is a psychological thing. People have figured out that if children in the womb was hearing yelling constantly, then whenever they start speaking and they start being able to put things together in their later, kind of development in life, around the ages of, like 5 to like, 10 or 11, they're going to grow those tendencies, and that's going to actually bolster in them. So... And the exact same way is that if you put children in the position to want to learn about these things, they inevitably are going to grow into the wrong mindset, because these things are set up and set in place for not all the right things, to say it very candidly. For instance, I was in a course back in high school. I was put through a class where they separated for a whole day. They separated all the guys into one side of the high school and all the girls into another side of the high school. And the boys, they taught us and just told us, every guy likes women, don't, sexualize women, this, that, and the other, which hypersexuality is a very common thing in today's world. I'm not a supporter of it. It's cool to think that a woman is beautiful, but leave it at that. Leave that thought where it is. Don't push that any further, which is a very true thing. But in the same scheme of things, so we were being taught guys are terrible, and we are prone to sexual harassment. We are sexually harass a female just by looking at them. And these were legit things that were said to us in this course. The females, however, had a day of just open conversation, talking about how they all feel that, we're empowered, guys, we could do anything without guys, we're the start of something new. And they had just had this high and mighty day, while us guys, we got browbeat to death by our speakers talking about how trash we were. And we were like, at the end of it all, we were all like, what the flying fuck? I mean, excuse the language, but point being there, it drove me insane to think that, wow, so you're going to teach them about female empowerment, but you're going to teach us about how to kind of turn into beta males, essentially, and, just cower down to anything that a female says.
My queen.
But I mean, in all fairness and in all seriousness, like, why on earth should we be, you know, introducing such things to children? No different than, being told this, that, and the other, or being told that, guys are terrible and girls are always right. Which, if you ever get a wife, just know that that is absolutely the truth. Which, it's, I'm gonna get off point even more, but guys are right, or guys are wrong, girls are always right, and to support the LGBTQIA plus community is right, and anything else is wrong. Is wrong. There's no freedom in that. And to just bring up our great nation all over again, there's we're the land of the brave, home of the free, and we are entitled to our own opinions here. That is why people flee from other countries and come here, because they understand the value of freedom of thought, words, and actions. They want to be able to experience that. And we have that privilege. It is not a right, it is a privilege for us to have that. And people shit on it every single day because they feel entitled. And that's the nature of the beast. That's where we are at right now. And I believe that the sooner that people realize that there are some things that matter and there are some things that just do not matter in the grand scheme of things, and hop back on board into understanding that we need to protect the rights that we have, the better. Because at the end of the day, once you start mandating people to do things, you are stripping away freedom. Everybody knows this, that I know, and I did not support the mask mandates when they came out. I am a firm believer that it is your choice to wear a mask. If you feel called to wear a mask and to publicly go out in public or make a public appearance and go out and do whatever, that is your choice to wear a mask. If you do not wear a mask and you get sick, cool. That was your choice. I personally have gotten COVID twice. Both times I was sick for a little bit and got over it. I have known people that have died. I understand that it affects everybody differently. Did I in any way, shape, or form give that person COVID? No. Because I also took the precautions whenever I realized I did have COVID. I stayed away from everybody. I was taking, vitamins and drinking a hell of a lot of water, and I was constantly walking around, because whenever you get COVID, you should not be laying down on your butt like it's the flu. It's not the flu. You should be walking around. And I was over it within a week. And, but I took my safety precautions in that event. And to tell me that I should have done something different to prevent myself from getting COVID, well, that's a fluke. That's like saying the vaccine's going to stop you from getting COVID. Kamala Harris just got COVID. She just tested positive today for COVID-19. And she had the vaccine. She's probably had at least 3 doses of the vaccine between the original, the booster, and then there was a second booster.
Yeah.
So 3, times she's gotten these booster vaccines, and she still gets the virus. And the vaccine is not supposed to cure you from the virus.
And KJ in the chat says Flintstone vitamin gummies. Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, they work. I love my Flintstones. Throwback to the... Oh, my Lord. Have you ever just had... Oh, okay. We're not going to talk about it on stream.
But,
I hate sitting in a wooden chair. Let's just say that. Anyways. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, you should not have to mandate these children to go through these processes. You should not mandate people to have to live in a specific way or lifestyle. You're taking away and stripping away the freedoms of the parents to the children and of the children's upbringing. You are taking those rights away by implementing that they must do something. That becomes law, and law is, to restrict you from doing things. But guess what? Murder is against the law, and people still kill people every single day. And I'm not saying that, they should not be punished for it. I absolutely think that people should be punished for it. But, I mean, it's not going to stop people from wanting to kill somebody if they really just want to.
True.
It's no
Yeah,
different. So if you want to live your life and do something with your life, that is against what I personally believe, you go on ahead for it, buddy. But there's no reason and no way in damn hell I'm going to let my child be in a classroom and be forced to learn something that I do not personally believe is going to benefit them in any way, shape, or form in life. And that's the epitome and the base level of what this bill is trying to get to. So, again, there's one of my other 15-minute tangents. We're just going to keep on rolling.
Yeah, but shoot, you did cover a lot of stuff. Hold on. A lot of... And so anyways, and so you brought up rights and privileges earlier. I do believe it is a right for people to have free will. In my opinion, it's a God-given right in that aspect. And kind of hitting as to your point on kind of like mentality of like the modern era. It's more about because there's a lot of discussion like we need to empower females and we need to we weaken males because they're bad, they can sexually assault. But to be honest, it can go either way, if I'm going to be honest.
Absolutely.
Here. And basically, well, what I do agree with is that we're like on an equal plane, But and I think that's what originally feminism was for, and that's why many people have respect for like those old days of feminism because those actually focused on the equal rights debate.
It was equality over superiority.
Yeah, and nowadays, with feminism, you just see like fucking like, oh, so women can now call men this, but if a man says something about a woman, it's just like, oh, shiver me timbers, it's like.
I know if I called a woman a cunt, I'm going to get berated. I swear, if I put this Twitch VOD somewhere, I'm going to see it, and I'm going to track you down and hug you. But
hi, Twitch. But no, yeah, like. And I think that's kind of something wrong today. And I think with this, more people are starting to push the line that, that's not been quite set, but should be.
Right.
And in my opinion, this bill is doing just that. It's setting the line, so it's drawing the line somewhere, So for Florida, it's kindergarten through third grade. Those are absolutely off limits for teaching about sexual orientation, or gender identity to these kids, that they're freaking kids.
Absolutely.
A kid thinks about freaking kicking the soccer ball, playing some basketball, shooting some hoops, playing baseball, and they're not thinking about, well, shoot, I mean that boy over there look kind of cute, it's like I'm gonna walk over there, just
like me thick. Like no child ever is like, yo, what's good? What's your digits?
No, stop.
Like,
don't take that clip out of context, please.
Please, for the love of God. Please, for the love of God. Let it be set in stone. We are both here, and we are not pedophiles. Let's just throw that out there. I'll use the blatant word. No.
Well, I was just gonna say I'm not gay, but yeah, that works too.
Both. I mean, we are talking about children.
Both.
It's only obvious and blatant that we state both. But yeah, no. I mean, it's definitely it's a call to arms. Whenever you talk about superiority over equality. In no way, shape, or form do I feel like women are superior to me. I respect them just the same as I would respect anybody, though. Because I don't see people based on gender, or color, or sexuality. I see people as people. That's just a blatant truth. I feel like at the end of the day, God created each and every one of us in His own image, and to love as Jesus did. And Jesus loved the apostles through their sins. Let's put it that way. Jesus loved Judas, even though Judas gave him up. Okay?
Yeah.
Was it right of Judas to do? No. Now, would some people call that, destiny? Possibly. That's a whole other conversation. But at the end of the day, though, we are to love people even if we do not agree with them. And that is where we have fundamentally gone wrong in today's world, because everybody feels so entitled that we have lost the love of one another. Because if you don't support something, you are totally against it. What did he say? Because all of the chat just looks blurred.
So KJ says, "Fuck respect."
You know
Um,
what? In the words of Coming to America, yes, fuck you too.
yes, I practice equality, and that equality is in the form of screw you. No, but no, but the point being is like, and the main argument that's being used is that this is to put down, people of the LGBT community. Um, and I think some people are gonna get mad at me for not saying the full thing, but the point is that it's not that at all. It's just trying to have parents, have authority over their children, you know,
Yeah.
because this bill includes more than sexual orientation or gender identity. It gives them more access to their child's documents. It gives them more access to the kind of information regarding their child within these schools. And I think that's where the mix-up is kind of happening here, because it's and what's it called? Freaking cherry picking, where they just like pick one
Oh yeah.
thing from this. So they're just like hyper focusing on this one line from this from this bill.
Bill.
Um, and now all of a sudden, the news portrays it as "Don't say gay bill," and now everyone is like, "Oh, don't say gay bill." Well, we can't say gay now, and it's just like, no, that's not it at all.
Yeah. Like
Um,
it. I think that's another thing too. Another thing, going back to like internet, social media, stuff like that, especially with early young adolescents and even like teenagers. It is so easy to manipulate the majority of people whenever you have a voice on social media. People have done it time and time again. Jake Paul is notorious for putting out scams. I love Jake Paul and fighting. That's a whole other argument. But I honestly, social media gives people the ability to have control when they themselves have absolutely no control in the real world. So it takes one person with a voice to spread to the masses and transform how we see things. So that's the reason why I always say be haste with what you're doing on the internet. Because the way you perceive something, if you do not do your thorough research and examination of it all, you will actually wind up with yourself in a large rabbit hole where you lost the entire idea and concept behind what is being said. And the intentionality behind it, because people tend to overthink and overanalyze. I'm one of those people. That's the reason why I'm talking, and ranting for 15-minute sprees, and Anthony's just kind of just chilling there waiting for me to say something to where he can use a soundboard. It
oh, nah, it's I just have my finger ready on the soundboard.
No. But you can overanalyze things so easily, and you can overlook the general message and misconstrue it and misuse what is being said and what is trying to be taught. And in this case, people took out one line from the entire bill, 7-page article, and tried to establish that it literally is just attacking gay rights everywhere. And that is not the case.
Mhm.
It is trying to protect children. You cannot put a child through that kind of stimulation and sexualized thought at such an early age, because then you are provoking a hypersexual society where you are going to actually have higher rates in rape, higher rates in sexual assault, higher rates in sexual harassment. And you can quote me on this now, and I bet you in 10 years, if this is to go on, and say this bill gets thrown out, vetoed or whatever, and taken out of the laws and or the Bill of Rights in Florida. Say that happens, and say that you take 10 years from now, I am damn confident and sure that we are going to have higher rates in sexual harassment, sexual assault, rape, and everything under the blue moon. And I also believe that with sex trafficking, we will absolutely see a we are going to overexploit children to the point where the innocence is lost and we lose what we so desire in the youth of today's world, which is innocence. We don't have that anymore. We don't have that luxury. Do you remember what it was like whenever we were 10 years old and only had to focus on eating our Flintstone gummies, maybe using an inhaler, and going to school and getting that stacked lunch with a note from your mom? I mean, it's the simple things in life, people, and people tend to lose sight of that. And we're just trying to protect that for children. And what this bill is trying to do is protect that for children and let parents in on it. So people need to calm their tits and just
To both men and women, out there.
both your man and female titties.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
calm them.
Please do.
Please, because it is in hyper focus on what is being said. Please do your research if you really think this has anything to do with it about being gay or homophobic or homosexual. Do research it. I guess if you're homophobic too, this wasn't really meant for y'all, but good luck living life. I don't know. I mean, you can leave the chat. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, people need to calm themselves down a little bit because yeah, it's a hyper exploitation of what is actually being said. And we could both read through this verbatim to y'all right now, and you will never once hear us say, "Don't say gay," or anything to do with gender equality, like in the slightest. So, mic drop.
Mic drop. Let's go. And that was the mic hitting the floor. Yeah. And I've been doing a little bit of reading ahead on this.
Right.
And the next page mostly discusses about parents' permission for their children. So basically, it's more of consenting on the second page. For example, requiring school districts to notify parents of healthcare services and provide parents the opportunity to consent or decline such services. So kind of like I think at schools they used to do like these physical checkups or something like that. I think some of them did like vaccinations. I think.
Yeah. So what was happening? Because I heard the story as well. What was happening is that children were being asked if they wanted to get the vaccine. Here, actually, I'll pull up an article on it really quick. School and deep shit. No. So, school gives children vaccines without parental consent. Yeah, hold on.
I guess I'll add this one last thing to the whole gay misconception of this freaking thing. And the reason we're pointing this out is so that correct information, hopefully gets out there. But it's also because we're just mostly confused as to how people can kind of misconstrue this as, freaking the don't say gay, well, watch me. Gay. There, I said it. See, that easy. You can too. Try it. But
Here, we'll all try it together. 3, 2, 1.
Gay.
And you can say it. And that's the thing too, is it's a word. It's a word in the English dictionary. Like, don't overexploit it and oversexualize it. It's not a terrible thing. If you say gay, cool. It's no different than saying the word retard. Okay? Let's just throw that out there. I have a brother with autism. I myself am disabled. Okay? I am allowed to say retard. I do not care if Anthony, my homie, says the word retard. I do not care if any of you in his chat, by the way, hello chat, but I do not care if any of you in his chat
KJ.
say it.
All
And
right. So
the
KJ just said gay. All right. Anyways, continue.
okay, beautiful. Glad you participated. But it it's a word. It is a word that has a definition and meaning. Retard, retarded, those words can be used to, be discriminatory, or, can be used to hurt people. Absolutely. And if you're trying to hurt somebody by calling them retarded, please shut the fuck up, respectfully. But in the grand scheme of things, if you say oh, I'm retarded for doing that, or something like that, fucking say it. Here. Let's pull up the definition of retard, shall we? Okay? Retard. And exclamation points. Retard. Definition.
And exclamation points. Yeah. Hold on. Now I'm gonna pull it up as well for the stream here.
Retardation. Delay. To stay back. To keep delaying. To continue to hinder. To prevent from progress. To render more slow in progress. To impede. To hinder. Opposed to accelerate. To put off. To postpone. So instead of procrastinating, you could be saying, I'm retarding. Okay? I don't think that's actually correct. But, in the grand scheme of things, it's a word with a definition. If you want to misuse that word and say it however you want to, that is absolutely your choice to do it. Do I support you calling me a retard? Probably not. I'll probably punch you in the face, and I have the right to do so. But at the end of the day, actions have consequences. You're allowed to say whatever you want to say. If you want to say something, say it. Say it with your chest. But, be sure and confident in what you say. We took a course on this, again, back in college. What was the name of the book? It was like How to Think and How to Speak. Or How to Write and Speak.
If you're talking about English, I paid absolutely no attention during English.
Are you talking? Our writing course that we had to take.
Oh, you mean the freaking like extra course that we had for?
Yeah, it was the
it was like
argue,
how to write, and I don't know, how to write and speak. I guess was the name of it. Yeah, it was something stupid like that. It's like, oh wow. Okay, you're calling me disabled with this book, like, damn.
I mean, but the grand gist of the book was just to think about what you're writing and think about what you're fixing to say. Use your brain. You've got it for a reason. Some people cannot use their brain to full capacity. Please use yours. But at the end of the day, every action has a consequence. If you're going to say something and say something fucking stupid, it's your choice. You just said something fucking stupid. I say stupid shit all the time. You can ask Anthony. I've said a lot of stupid shit. But,
hey, Chris.
Said a lot of stupid shit.
So KJ says that you got the N-word pass.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I will not say it on stream. I've gotten... I have learned. Okay, let's just say this.
I have learned from my past.
Let's just... I could say this with Anthony, and he will totally understand what I'm saying. Kachiga.
Kachiga, man.
And the word is revoked. Pass is revoked. There we go. Okay, beautiful. Now that we've gotten past that. Yeah, no, I mean, you're allowed to say and speak whatever you want to. Actions have consequences. Just know whatever you're going to say is going to affect somebody. It might not affect people. Words usually don't affect me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I tried to take that as much to heart as possible. Some people say some stupid shit. Mm-hmm. And I hope they go sit on a guard post. So it's one of those things that, for every action, there's a consequence. You should just know when to say something and when not to say something. And at the end of the day, you have a right to say whatever. It's part of living in America. Now, I'm not sure there's a specific country out there anywhere that literally prohibits a use of a particular word. But I'm just saying, you have the right to say whatever you want to. That's part of the beauty of living here.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, coming to America. And fuck you too! cool. Like, you know, you're allowed to say whatever. And, you know, just realize whatever you say, you can sound pretty fucking stupid, or you can sound, you know, half decent. So,
Okay, KJ. All right, KJ. So that's actually a good point. So nowadays, and there's been a culture where people really don't let you, you know, learn from your past, you know, learn from your past mistakes to grow from that, you know.
Right.
For example, you know, of course the meme is like, oh, another YouTuber apology video. Huh, well, let's click on that. And usually they're pretty terrible. But I think it's kind of like on a bigger scale than that, because people, what they usually do is they dig up something from like months, even years prior to that, you know. And since then, there's been like no other like recent incident of it. So in reality, there's not even any point for the content creator YouTuber to apologize in the first place, because they've already grown from that. And that's kind of like an example I see with the few YouTubers that do make their apologies. I'm not saying all of them, but I am saying some of them. And especially now, you know, especially now.
Look at Logan Paul. I mean, Logan Paul put out an apology and lost a shit ton of publicity and sponsorships and viewers because he did something really fucking stupid. And he recognizes it. 24K, the rapper, was on his podcast one time and was like, yeah, bro, I've been to Japan. Have you ever been? And everything got really quiet. And 24K forgot that that's the whole reason why he got in fucking trouble. So he was just like, and you just see Logan kind of just in the background, like, really, this motherfucker here. And you know, it's things like that. Like, if you know somebody's remorseful, accept sincerity. I mean,
Yeah.
You do not have to be okay with that person afterwards. That's your choice, whatever. But we live in a world of cancel culture off of the stupidest and most random shit. Shit that could be brought up from 5, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, so, and that's another reason. Be mindful of what the fuck you say, especially on the internet. Everything's documented and recorded and kept up with.
Well, you already know I'm not gonna be, you know. It's like, oh, full steam ahead, let's go.
Yeah. I'm gonna lay it all on the table. Like, I'm just gonna just big dick, just bam, like it's there.
Just like,
not literally, but oh fuck. Yeah, no, the stream is not gonna be serious at all. But but yeah, so in hindsight, like, yeah, accept sincerity. I'm not saying that everybody's genuine when they make their apology. Some people just need to retain their viewers before everybody dips. But, you know, it's something that you have to make a choice of, you know. Does this person really mean it? Do they regret calling somebody the N-word with the hard R? Do they regret going to Suicide Forest? That is absolutely, you know, your decision to, you know, ponder and wonder if somebody is actually sincerely, you know, apologetic about that situation. What did you say? What did our boy say?
KJ said, I like how I can say gay, but not rigtard. So I'm assuming that he's saying retard and probably on YouTube. Yeah, that's kind of retarded.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid if you ask me. I mean, like, why can't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have the right to say whatever the fuck you want, and retard is absolutely not retarded. So it's pretty retarded that they won't let you use it.
Yeah, it's shouting out our boy Rigby, you know? It's it's just that. But
we're heavily sidetracked.
Yeah, so should we continue with this with this bill?
I mean, we should.
Yeah. All right, well, let's just continue with this. But I think the one related point we got from our, you know, from our sidetracking is this bill does not prohibit you from, you know, saying gay. You know, it does not prohibit you from saying anything, but rather it prohibits what you teach to a certain group, to a certain age group, particularly an age group that does not need to know about, all of this sexual orientation, identity stuff, because they don't need it. They don't need to focus on it, and honestly, I highly doubt that they would ever want it until, until they probably grow to a certain age. Because they're just not that developed enough, nor are they mature enough to even understand that. So yeah, that's just it. Anyways, moving on. Page 2, page 2.
Finally, we're finally here.
Yeah. So, anyways, page 2, like I said before, and talks mostly about parental consent, especially when it comes to healthcare services. Providing that specified parental consent does not waive certain parental rights. So you can't even have in fine print that a child can do this without parents' permission. So basically, parents have to be on top of it. At least that's what I think it says. Hey everyone, this is me. Hey Ajax, welcome to the chat. I'm reading chat now.
I just wanted to be thrown out there that I'm actually reading chat. So
yeah. All right. So, anyways, requiring school districts to provide parents with certain questionnaires or health screening forms and obtain parental permission before administering such questionnaires and forms. So what I think this means is that probably like around the beginning of the year, schools will send out something like, would you like your child, or would you like to receive questionnaires or forms from this school? And then if the parent, gives their permission, then later on in the year when, certain forms will be sent out, then they'll have the permission to do so.
right.
And I believe that this is probably relating to more like surveys. And of course, the health screening forms, like physical checkups, vaccinations, and stuff like that. So also very important. Next part, requiring school districts to adopt certain procedures for resolving specified parental concerns. I think an important part is having parent-teacher meetings. So it'll more likely, dive into that. So parent-teacher meetings, parents gaining email contact information with the teacher, as they should. I'll be right back in a bit. But yeah, pretty much it deals with that. In case parents are ever worried about anything regarding their children, or if they hear something from their children, then they'll have more authority over that. Anyways, be right back. Someone knocking on my door. Kind of suspicious.
You are absolutely okay. Sorry, I had to mute my mic for a second just so I could clear my throat. You're absolutely okay if you got to go somewhere. I've got them. But yeah, no, kind of just going over the stipulations of everything. I mean, if we're looking at, some of these questionnaires and stuff like that, talking about kind of some of the things that parents should be surveyed to before, it being presented to their children.
Wait, I can't read.
I can't read.
All right, I'm back.
Okay.
Nah, so it was just my older brother knocking on my door. He came for dinner.
But yeah, I mean, just talking about, some of these kind of procedures and stuff of the like, they're kind of like the scenario that I brought up about where in high school, the guys and the girls were separated for a day and we had those big old spills of talks. My parents were not surveyed to that information prior to the thing actually happening. That was not something that was actually talked about. These were things that were brought up on the fly, told to us that morning, and we just went along with it. And of course, I mean, I'm texting my parents and I'm like, what the flying fuck is going on? And they're like, we have no idea what you're talking about. I'm like, we are literally all separated and I'm being told how much of a piece of shit I am. And of course, I got picked up from school. My mom had a way of talking, because my mom being the way she is very assertive. Um,
Yeah.
she wants to get her point across. Damn it, she will make sure of it. So, um, she, had her outing with the school and, got really pissed off with them and, had her spiel. But that's information that should have been provided to the parents. I mean, either let the parents know and know whether or not they should want to go to school or not that day. And with that being said, the thing that gets me the most is that they knew that if they told parents, most children wouldn't show up.
Hmm.
Why do you have to be so shady about it? Be
Yeah.
upfront. If you're wanting to do something, say it with your chest. Be real about it. Be authentic. Don't be shady and try to beat around the bush. No different than trying to make kids look at, vaccine ads and stuff all around their school. Like, get the shot, get the shot, get the shot. You should get the shot. Why aren't you getting the shot? You should damn sure get the shot, because if you do, you can take off your mask. Like, why should they have to
I
put
know it's
people
a
through
serious
that?
stream, but Minecraft later. Yeah. I'm just Minecraft later. I've had a busy Monday and Tuesday.
I don't have Minecraft anymore. Y'all know that. It's done gone. I may be getting Minecraft soon. If I get a PC soon, I'm getting Minecraft soon. So possibly a new world. Who knows?
Hey guys, at 1,000 subs, let's raise some money for Ajax's new PC.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, and so basically going off of what you were saying, and the reason this is a pretty big concern is because parents will sometimes not even know what their child is learning. Like, and they'll not even know,
Absolutely.
and they'll not even know what their child, is being taught, what's going on, and and in quite uh and in quite a few cases, and not even know that their child is being bullied at school, because the child is probably too afraid to even say anything to the parent.
Right.
Um, so basically, this is giving more authority back to the parent, you know. Um, and that's
Right.
and this is just to pretty much, uh, how do I say this? Minimize more shady stuff, more secretive stuff from teachers, staff, and pretty much
The
anyone
district
else.
themselves.
Yeah, the
Exactly.
district themselves. It's to have
I'm
more
fixing to say,
trans.
'cause what happened at my school with my school did not happen at any other school inside my diocese. I went to a private Catholic school. Shoot. But what happened at my school did not happen at any other school in the entire diocese. It was just my school, just because they really felt like it. So, you know, for that to be the case, just kind of drives me crazy. Because, like, why do we have to sit through this if nobody else does? Um, so the absurdity of it all, I, completely understand and follow suit in the thing that, and the idea that, parents should be, obligated to look at what the fuck is going on inside their children's classroom. Now, does that mean that all parents will? No. And that's, kind of part of it, and we'll kind of get more into that as we go further down, especially in the counseling section, where we'll discuss more heavily about some of the things they wrote in there that I personally don't agree with, as far as the counseling and, kind of adhering to, maybe trauma and neglect and abuse that may be going on at home. That's all, up for conversation and to talk about. But, you know,
Freaking getting rickrolled in my chat.
well, get this from any other guy. 20.
Shut up, KJ. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around.
Hey, listen. Here's what I'll say. Hold up. I'll put my link tree in.
Oh my goodness! You're just. No, it's filling up the chat box.
Hold up. Let me find my link tree real quick.
Hey guys, remember to go subscribe to AjaxStudio, to follow him on Twitch, and to follow him on Twitter. All links in the description below.
Yeah, no, if you just want to check out my, oh, hold up, I gotta actually type it in as a hyperlink. I forgot about that. Not tr.ee/Ajax.
My dates,
okay,
what
yeah,
I call
if I'll just copy
hyperlink.
and paste that on whatever device you're using, you should definitely check that out. If you go try to click onto my sneaky link, you may have a surprise. That's all I'll say.
I call my girlfriend a hyperlink. Haha, cause we linked up and it was hyper. Yeah. Please clap, please laugh, please laugh. Chat, please laugh.
Please, for the love of God, just laugh, say something, do something, anything.
dude, just imagine you're like at a freaking comedy show. You're just like, please laugh, please laugh, please. It's quiet in here.
Just America's Got Talent and just crickets across the audience.
Guys? Yeah? I was funny, no?
The hentai titties. Yeah, no.
It's just like anyways,
yeah, no. So
well,
children's education.
yeah, let's get back to the bill. Yeah, so this second page is pretty much full of basically parental consent, parental information regarding their child. Let's see, requiring resolution within the specified time frame. Yeah, so basically giving parents more options to kind of reach an agreement with their school if there are any problems. Because there will be some moments where schools really drag something out. You know, they don't really discuss anything with their child. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with this bill so far. Anyways, page 3. Yeah.
Page 3.
Yes, I am.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hi, brother.
Having a discussion.
Okay. Does your brother want to discuss as well?
No, he went away.
And he waddled away, waddle.
Page 3, relief damages and reasonable attorney fees are gonna court cost to certain parents. Alright, so basically it's like more of a, I guess, fair trial sort of thing if parents want to kind of go against the school in court, either school or district in court. Yeah. I mean everything we've been reading so far is very reasonable. Right. It's just giving parents more rights. I would be surprised if that was the name of the bill, somewhere. Like I feel like the name of this bill should be parental rights in education.
Yeah.
No way.
I feel like it would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I've been saying don't say gay this whole time, but
I really haven't even heard anything about being gay.
Yeah, like no way. KJ says look at Twitter. What's going on in
Look at Twitter?
What's going on in Twitter? Oh, he's responding to the 4 things to expect from my stream.
Oh god.
So I responded with dark humor, soundboards, #KSI, and more retardation for each homie that joins the call. KJ says dark humor, torturing me with horror games, hentai anime / VTubers, and German suplexing anyone. That's a solid list right there. Everyone go subscribe to young KJ. It's exactly how it's spelled right here on his Twitter. So go subscribe to him on YouTube and go follow him on Twitter. He is pretty much the hype man of the stream. Let me like his freaking post. There we go.
I know I did. I liked and followed him. I wasn't even following him yet. Not
Yeah,
that he was following me either, but that's okay. It's okay, KJ. I
yeah.
understand.
The KJ's the homie for these streams.
For real.
Yeah, but anyways, paragraph C, blah blah blah. Be it enacted by a legislature of the state of. What the hell is that? I didn't know I could do that. How do I erase that? Yeah, let me just erase that. There we go. Let's see. Powers and duties of school district board, acting as a board, shall exert.
Okay, yeah, no. Now we're getting into students' mental, emotional, and physical health and well-being. This is going to get into some of the counseling things that they were talking about, or that I was talking about earlier. There is some things, but before we go into this, because I just want to be able to read it through without like stopping in the middle of it, because it's basically my own general consensus of the proposition. There is times, and I know this from personal experience, not that it happened to me, but people that I know, there is personal times where, and specifically the public education system, schools cannot get involved between student and parental confrontations and conflicts. Even with a counselor and stuff like that. There is also times where parents can get away with a lot more even after being confronted by a counselor. I have seen it happen. It does happen. And it's a serious ordeal. The only problem I have with this entire bill is that there is times where a child will not be able to bring it up, or will not bring it up, in fear of their own life, or in fear of what may happen if something were to be called back onto the parents. It specifically reads in the bill using best judgment, I believe. Hold on, we'll find the specific line, because I don't want to paraphrase it all, but it says fundamental rights to make decisions regarding the upbringing and control of their children by requiring school district personnel to encourage students to discuss issues relating to his or her well-being or with his or her parents to facilitate discussion with parent. Procedure may not prohibit parents from accessing any of their students' education, health records, creating, maintained, or used by the school districts required by a section. Here. It says this subparagraph does not prohibit a school district from adopting procedures that permit school personnel to withhold such information from a parent if a reasonably prudent person would believe that disclosure would result in abuse, abandonment, or neglect, as those terms are defined in section 39.1 or .01. So there is personal factors that play into that. We don't always know what to expect. And some people can neglect the signs because sometimes there is no visible sign of neglect, abuse, and the like. And unless you can piece it together and truly come to their own conclusions, which seldom happens in the public education system, you will never actually help the situation. It's one of the biggest problems that I have with it's the federal Department of Education system prohibits a lot of it, and it's simply because they don't want to give too much information away, but they don't want to give too little to where it's unbearable to even teach. So there is stipulation to that, but at the end of the day, it comes down to personal choice. And there has been time and time again, there's been cases within CPS, Child Protective Services, police departments, and school districts that neglect to see the signs of abuse, abandonment, and neglect. And these children, and there's documentaries on this, and these children will die. And it does happen. So if I were to say anything about this bill being wrong, it would be specifically this. it is very much something really, really hard to take into consideration, and trying to recognize what may be happening. Anyways, what did KJ say? If chimpanzees and bananas share DNA with humans, then why in the hell I can't climb up trees, and why yellow?
Yeah, he said this in the Discord. It's so stupid. Oh my goodness.
My only
Well,
problem with the
I
bill.
mean,
That's my consensus behind that subparagraph. So
kind of my take on this is, well, one, it's really hard to tell. Well, like you said, it's really hard to tell like what's going on in the personal life of a family. So like in a household of a child. Because
Right.
because there may not be visible signs, as you have stated. And yeah, I do see a huge point in that, but at the same time, I think there would need to be stricter laws, because in order to know every single case, there would need to be kind of a thorough investigation, or at the very least like a background check on the parents, just to make sure they're not shady or up to any shady stuff.
Right.
However, this part in the bill, it kind of serves to protect the parents that might be accused of that. So kind of like, if they decide to take this to court, then this part here would probably be used against the school district if the parents are in the right. Basically, if they're falsely accused of said abuse, abandonment, etc. And not only that, but if the parents were actually the abusers, then then the school could use this against them, resulting kind of like in a counter lawsuit of some sorts. So in my opinion, this part of the bill is more like a double-edged sword in those sorts of cases. So it's more kind of to protect legally, in terms of like information regarding the child.
Right.
But as far as like abuse in the household on a personal level, there would really need to be a stricter law on that. And the problem there for me would probably be more like well, at least the problem that I think that would be brought up, in court would be, well, what about, infringing on someone's like private life? I think that's what would be brought up more. However, honestly, if there were a bill to pass like that, then at the very least, like I said, background checks on the parents, to prevent something like that from happening, or at least to minimize, the threat of abuse and, abandonment, neglect, and everything like that. So yeah, that's kind of my take on it. Yeah, a pretty questionable part of this.
Right.
I like taking heavy topics and put a little comedy take. Oh, there's nothing wrong with that,
Yeah,
we can have
no.
we can have our serious moments, we can have our comedic moments,
We can have, Anthony acting like he's at a comedy show where nobody's laughing or clapping. Just those moments.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Yeah. I see you over there. Yeah, you right there. How's the family?
Bitch.
How's the family? You're not married? Oh well, shoot, my bad. Oh, gosh, what happened? You broke up? Oh, she died. Oh well, well. Anyways, how are the rest of you? How are the rest of you tonight? Hey, how's it going? Just continue from then on. Oh, Billie Jean, please come back.
Billie Jean's not my love.
She's just a girl. And she says, I'm the one.
The chance not my side.
Up, down, left, right,
down,
left, right.
Left, right. B A start.
Immediately the law is passed. The bill is passed. uh no, but yeah, anyways, she died of ligma. What's ligma? Ligma balls. uh,
Tragic.
no, but
Terrible.
anyways, yeah. Yeah, I can see the huge concern here with this specific part of the bill.
Again, just to disclose though, it does not say anything about being gay.
Yeah, I still don't see any part about being gay. Now, previously in this bill, it did state like no teaching or no classroom instruction of sexual orientation or gender identity. And it only said for specified grades in school or specified ages. Now
Right.
here is where it really goes into depth. So on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur in kindergarten through grade 3 or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. So basically here it specifies even more regarding just what age groups is exactly specified. So just so everyone knows, K through 3. If this bill were to pass, then yeah, K through 3. Has it passed yet?
Even then, there is, I believe it has passed. But even here, there is leeway in the wording. You could still technically teach gender identity and sexual orientation between K through third grade, or excuse me, not through K through third grade, but you can still teach gender orientation and or gender identity, sexual orientation. I'm getting them all mixed up. But you can still teach those things from fourth grade and above, but you can't hyperdo it. And what some people have been doing in other states is overdoing it, telling kids that they are gay, and telling them that they definitely need to go through these surgeries and get their junk cut off, or to maybe get their breasts taken out, a breast augmentation. So these things legitimately happen, and you put kids on drugs, like hormone blockers, stuff of the like, and these things really do happen. and
Yeah.
and I know I'm just repeating myself, and it sounds redundant, but the severity of it is very real. It's there. um so you know I think what Florida is doing, as far as if your school district is wanting to teach it, do it in an age appropriate manner and an age appropriate time. We did not have to sit through the whole puberty talk until I think I was in the 5th grade, and it was at the end of the year, and I
Mm-hmm.
left. I left class. I wasn't even a part of it. Like, my parents completely forgot. My dad came home from work one day, picked me up, and was like, "We completely forgot that was the thing today." And I was like, "That's cool. I don't have to sit through it." And that's basically what happened. And I knew my body parts. I knew what was happening. Um, but that's because I had open dialogue with my parents. And all through puberty, that's we talked our way through it. Obviously not in like grotesque detail or anything, but what needed to be said was said, and what didn't need to be said, I kept to myself. And that's how it happened. And I think that you know setting parameters for these age um, classes, or these age groups and categories, will only define the ability for them to be cognizant of what is happening. Even at 4th grade seems really, really young, to be having these
Mm-hmm.
discussions. I think even in 5th grade it was a little young for us to get the sex talk, because we didn't start really hitting puberty until about 7th grade. um,
Yeah.
so so different things like that, I believe, could
Mm-hmm.
ultimately um, be something of an importance to talk about. But anyways,
Yeah.
that's my kind of take on it. But that's the only portion of the bill that talks about gender identity and sexual orientation. And by all means, it sounds pretty freaking reasonable. In no way, shape, or form is it targeting any other class of people other than the minors of the world. Which, if, in all seriousness, if you're dressing your child up in a dress and they're a boy, dressing your daughter up in boys' clothes and you're saying that they're a boy, um, you are pushing them to be something they're not. In the hindsight of things, I mean, absolutely. Unless they picked out their own outfit for the day, which I'm not saying that kids can dress the best, but unless they picked out their outfit for the day, and it was full blown their choice, you're doing it wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna refrain from saying that either. I mean, if you are forcing your child to wear something that is kind of against a clear understanding of gender identity, then you are doing something wrong. If they did not agree with it, then no. So just straight up and down, no bueno.
All right, so let me just quickly get caught up with the chat. KJ says, "Wait, I was waiting for gay people will be a topic, not trans/other sexual orientations." Oh well, you'd be surprised.
It's not. It's not. Don't say trans.
It's not. Don't say any of these things. It's just. Oh, you just can't teach it to a group of kids,
That's the reason why I said don't say that.
Yeah. Parkour Disaster says, welcome Parkour. Welcome Parkour Disaster, aka Popcorn Disaster. Hey, how you doing, buddy? And KJ says, I'm gonna put my cylinder in the hole, and that hole will pop out. What? Yeah, but anyways, like kids don't need to know, like, hey, you can get your junk cut off, as you famously quoted it just now, or get your mounds on your torso chopped off. It's like kids really don't need to know that. It's like
right.
Hey there, Billy, you want to get castrated? All right, well, we got a 50% off deal. You can get the 2-for-1 right now here at the doctor's office. Get it out today.
That's fucked.
And kids really don't need to know about that. It's like,
right.
And I understand, like, because I've been seeing like comments from both sides. Like the left says it's to put down LGBT. That I don't think that's it in any case. And then the right says freaking like well, those who support teaching kids this in the classrooms, it's like well, now they're pedophiles because of this and that, and honestly, I just think that their kind of like judgment is misconstrued. Those that support teaching kids this, there's very few people that are against this bill that actually know what the bill is talking about. But then there are those who are just kind of like ignorant, because they know what the bill is talking about because they've read it, but they just hop on the bandwagon that, oh, this is bad for LGBT community, So I understand where
unless
people...
you're trying to take it as recruitment, not to cut you off, I'm sorry, but
yeah.
I mean, unless you're just trying to make it some type of recruitment, like you're trying to recruit children, then it doesn't. And if you're trying to recruit children, I think there's obviously a serious problem with you. So, maybe, kind of like who's the name that created that song, Leave Us Kids Alone? So.
Yeah. All right, so KJ says, say booba. Okay. Look, I was trying to be professional, right? You want to say it? All right, boobs. All right, tits on the chest, dude. All right, there. You happy now? You happy? You glad? Yeah, I bet you are. Anyways, let's continue on with this. Booba.
Sounds like boba.
Boba. These.
Have you tried boba?
Have you tried the boba? They got mango flavor.
Have you tried booba? Look at this booba.
Look at this, my brother. Yeah, booba.
Come on, brother.
Come on, brother. All right, let's continue with this.
I'm gonna start getting told I'm a racist now.
That we're not racist. We're comedians. Haha, you can't be
No different
racist
than
if
Chris Rock getting slapped by freaking Will Smith. Just comedians doing comedian things.
Oh yeah, I know this is pretty much like sort of old news because people have stopped talking about it at this point. Even the memes have been dying down. But
Oh yeah.
you know, have you seen like new videos surfacing of like freaking Jada Pinkett Smith like degrading Will Smith, like saying that he's like a fool and all of this stuff, you know?
Yes.
And
It's
like
fucking stupid.
yeah, and like recording him in their own household without like his permission to do so, you know?
Christian.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they're in
just
like their
trying to be on
private.
some bullshit.
Yeah, they're in their private house. So you know,
No, I fucking hate Jada Pinkett Smith. And bro, Will Smith was fucking laughing. He was laughing at the joke, and he still got up and slapped her because she looked at him.
yeah,
She
yeah,
looked at him sad.
yeah. Jada was like, August would have done something about it, you know. It's like, you know, and Chris
You
Rock was
know?
like, and Chris Rock was just up there like, wow, I'm gonna feel that until August, you know. That I feel if he would have said that, he would have probably gotten like punched or something by Will.
Oh yeah, no, he would have been fucked. But yeah, nah, dude, Will was laughing at it. Jada Pinkett didn't like it, and then forced him to go up there. Will
Yeah.
Smith is the freaking #1 proof that there is beta males in Simpson society. This motherfucker's done gotten cheated on,
Mm-hmm.
and now they just call it an open relationship. 'Cause
Bro,
she
and then, like-
feels like she needs different dick in her life.
And then like
saying.
then like a week ago, freaking their son Jaden Smith, and goes on saying like, well, when I was at age 10, I was, you know, I didn't think about playing or anything. I was thinking like, damn, man, can we talk about like the political and or like social problems of the world or something? Bro, I've been seeing so many memes of that in the past week, dude. It's been hilarious. So, all right, so KJ
Shit.
asks,
How do I get a girlfriend?
yeah, how do I get a girlfriend?
You don't. A girlfriend gets you.
Don't be me. Just that. Just follow that advice. You'll be square. You'll be good.
Yeah, dude. As long as you do not try to be either one of us, you will be a-okay. I mean,
Yeah.
if you have any tendencies like either of us, you're probably out of the running. But if you fix those, which I think you're in the early stages, so I think you could fix those. But if you fix those tendencies, I think you'll be fine. I think you'll find the love of your life. Me, on the other hand, just going with the flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And honestly,
haven't had a girlfriend in
KJ.
5 years.
Honestly, KJ says it looks like a JoJo reference with that walk. Yeah, Will Smith was walking like an anime character up there, dude. Did you see
No
that strut?
cap.
Dude, that strut was impeccable. He was just like, boom. Dude. Oh my goodness. Nah,
The
but yeah.
open hand slap.
But yeah, KJ, you know, just don't be any one of us, and you know, I think you will be able to get
You'll
a
be
girlfriend,
fine.
dude.
You'll be
Yeah, you'll
fine.
be
You'll
able
be
to get
okay.
one, all right? Now go do it, you retard, all right? Like,
Go do it. you
hey,
retard.
R-word! Hey, someone clipped it. Nah, just kidding. KJ says I have a crippling hentai addiction. Oh, well, you know, you know, you know.
I think you can fix that.
Bro, artists are just like, man, I got these hands for something, you know, I'm gonna create a masterpiece. It's like, damn it, drew some titties again. Oh, shoot. Nah, but anyways, let's continue on with this bill.
Bill.
Hey, page 5 of 7. All right, we're having good progress. And
I know,
VTuber addiction.
right?
Yeah. All right, let's see. Point 4: student support services training developed or provided by a school district. The school district personnel must adhere to student services guidelines. All right, so this is pretty much for school staff, school personnel, basically being trained in certain things. I'm guessing like the training they receive probably like before the year even starts. I'm assuming that's what that is. But basically it's just so that they actually go by the rules, the guidelines, and so that they're on track. So basically betterment of the child within the actual, you know, facility.
Right.
Point 5. At the beginning of the school year, each school district shall notify parents of each healthcare service offered at their student's school, and the option to withhold consent or decline any specific service. Yeah, that's pretty much what we covered
Like
earlier,
the
you know.
vaccine.
So yeah, that's pretty important. Parental consent to a healthcare service does not waive the parent's right to access his or her student's educational or health records, or to be notified about a change in his or her student's services or monitoring as provided by this paragraph.
Sounds really straightforward to me.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can't take everything past the context. Yeah, this is at face value. Whether or not the parent consents to it does not, grant the school the right to say they deny or hold any records or anything back from the parent in return.
Yeah. Point 6. Before administering a student well-being questionnaire or health screening form to a student in kindergarten through grade 3, the school district must provide the questionnaire or health screening form to the parent and obtain the permission of the parent. So, yeah, pretty much, repeating what we've read before, more power to the parent right there.
Right.
Each school district, point 7, shall adopt procedures for a parent to notify the principal or his or her designee regarding concerns under this paragraph at his or her student's school, and the process for resolving these concerns within 7 calendar days after notification by the parent. Yeah.
I mean, I did like from this point forward. I mean, everything that's being stated has already been stated prior. There is no new information to be coming up. Like, for instance, after we get through sections A and B of 7 and we go we get into B, it talks about the concerns and the involvement of the court. If there is any problems with trying to get any information or designate any information to the parents. If there's any qualms with that, then the parents have the right to go to the school district and the commissioner of education to try to resolve it. Like here in line 131, it says, I request the commissioner of education to appoint a special magistrate who is a member of the Florida bar and is in good standing and who has at least 5 years experience in administrative law. The special magistrate shall determine facts relating to the dispute over the school district procedure of practice, consider information provided by the school district, and render a recommended decision for resolution to the State Board of Education within 30 days after receipt of the request by the parent. The State Board of Education must approve or reject the recommended decision at its next regularly scheduled meeting that is in more than 7 calendar days and no more than 30 days after the date the recommended decision is transmitted. The cost of the special magistrate shall be borne by the school district. The School Board of Education shall adopt rules including forms necessary to implement this subparagraph. I find that kind of badass. So the court fees and costs that come with going and disputing with the school district come out of the school district's pocket. I'm kind of intrigued by that. I mean, because here personally, or back when we were living in Texas, and like I've already previously said, my brother has autism, but whenever we would have to fight or dispute ARD meetings, which this is kind of a different subject, different category, special services or special education services are totally different than regular admission services or regular school services. But, we would have to pay out of pocket for any attorney that we were trying to get to go against the school. Versus the school, now, whether or not the dispute is resolved in the favor of the parent, must be paid by the school district. I find that, intriguing. I mean, it holds school districts more accountable not to fuck up or fuck around. So very interesting, and I'm loving the doodling going on.
Oh yeah,
I'm
of
watching the
course, yeah.
stream.
Oh yeah, the stream has a bit of a delay on it, so
Like,
yeah. No, but yeah, I think I'm not exactly sure what a special magistrate is. Hold on, I can probably look this up.
a special magistrate is it's a lawyer that it's kind of like a probate officer that probates and a will. They're just a designee that gets all the facts and acts as an intermediary between both parties.
Okay, so basically, if he gets involved, well, if he or she gets involved with, any problem within this, then basically anything that is owed to him is paid by the school district, if I'm reading this correctly.
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, that makes sense. Damn, but they need someone who's at least 5 years experience in administrative law. So basically already in the office itself. As far as I can tell.
Yeah. So I mean, it's somebody who's well trained and designated to know what the fuck's going on. I mean, essentially.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's continue. All right. So, part 2 of that. Bring an action against the school district to obtain a declaratory judgment that the school district procedure or practice violates this paragraph and seek injunctive relief. So, a parent may bring an action against... Okay, gotcha. A court may award damages and shall award reasonable attorney fees and court costs to a parent who receives declaratory or injunctive relief. Shoot, I'm learning new words left and right. What does injunctive mean? Definition.
I'm just trying to think of the Latin. I think it's actually Greek.
According to Merriam-Webster, the meaning of injunction is a writ granted by a court of equity, whereby one is required to do or to refrain from doing a specified act. So it's basically a do this or don't do this sort of thing, but set, but written. All right, yeah.
All right, and I mean, we are on page 7. We are at the end of this bill, which I think we are doing this in a really nice time frame. I mean, we've been streaming maybe 101 minutes. So, 2 hours? 2 hours and a minute?
According to my...
or an hour and 40-something minutes. It's an hour and 40-something.
According to my highly advanced OBS software, it states 1 hour, 42 minutes, and 30 seconds. Exactly.
Oh, cowabunga. But yeah, so we're on page 7, which it literally, this is just going into section 2, section 3, and the act will actually take effect on July 1st, 2022, I believe. I still think that upheld even through the House of Reps. So it states it here in section 3, line 163. But I'll read 152 through 162, and we will officially be done with it, and then have some closing discussion. So 152, section C of section 2 of... or subsection C of subsection 2 of subsection B of section 7, I think.
My brain.
Lots of subsections. I know. That hurt. Anyways, all right, 152. Each school district shall adopt policies and notify parents of the procedures required under this subparagraph. D. Nothing contained in this subparagraph shall be construed to abridge or alter rights of action or remedies in equity already existing under the common law or general law. Common law and general law, essentially establishing, moral value, kind of general understandings, general moral. Section 2. By June 30th, 2023, the Department of Education shall review and update as necessary school counseling frameworks and strategies and standards, educator practices and professional conduct principles, and any other student services personnel guidelines, standards or frameworks in accordance with the requirements of this act. Section 3, this act shall take effect July 1st, 2022.
And
Wow.
boom. And that's the document. Yeah.
And that is the document. And it took us about almost 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes to discuss it. And I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it's not about being gay. Like, there's nowhere in here that, you know, just specifically tries to demean being gay, homosexual, you know, transgender, anything. It doesn't do that. All it does is state that parents have the right to know what the fuck's going on in their child's education, which I believe, you know, should be allowed. I think that's something that needs to be taken into high importance and into high consideration. So I applaud the state of Florida for doing that. Like I said, I still think that there's things that they need to work on. Obviously, they did say by June 30th of 2023, which I don't know if that date stayed even through the Senate. It should have. I wouldn't have seen any, you know, discrepancies to think otherwise. But June 30th of 2023, they will be adopting new counseling frameworks, which I'm intrigued to see how they go about that. Because, yeah, I believe that, you know, some stipulations, kind of like what we discussed, there is, you know, kind of that double-edged sword of what happens, you know, if you disclose something to parents who might be negligent, abusive, or, you know, abandoned, or, you know, kind of away in a sense. So, you know, I'm very intrigued to see where this goes. I think at the end of the day, we've come to realize the fact that it says don't say gay is probably the stupidest part of it. It talks about gender studies and sexual identity, or gender identity and sexual orientation. These are things that, you know, young prepubescent adolescents should not be paying attention to. Like, it fucks with their psyche, it fucks with who they are. Hi, buddy.
Briar Stanton says, "Hey, Daddy." Hey, how's it going, Briar? How you doing? Welcome to the stream.
But yeah.
So we've already covered the entire document. By the way, there's a whole hour and 45 minutes of covering the document. But yeah, the document does not state anything about not saying gay, not saying, well, you know, the closest thing is sexual orientation, and, you know, to not teach it to freaking kindergarten through 3rd grade. You know, I think,
right,
yeah, and that's the point that people have like the biggest concern about. Well, you know, because they only picked that one point to focus on. But honestly, I think this bill is a good one because the majority of, well, pretty much in its entirety, gives more authority to the parents of the actual child. It enables them to pretty much, you know, take action in case their, you know, teacher, school, district does wrong against them, does shady stuff. Gives them more information, you know, gives them more update. Pretty much, parents have more when it comes to this. They have more rights. They have more, pretty much, authority over their kids. You know, they can pretty much take care of their kids more with this law, as far as it concerns their education, you know, their children going to these schools. So yeah, it's really not the don't say gay bill, it's freaking what it's intended to be.
Parental protection of rights. I mean, it's
parental rights and education, you know.
Yeah,
and
I mean it.
Yeah, and
again,
that's
just going back to, I'm sorry, we keep on talking at the exact same time. I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, just going back to that idea of being misconstrued, kind of taking it back, that absolutely can be the case. We've already seen that. People say it's the don't say gay bill. It does not say anything about being gay or saying gay or anything like that. It doesn't even affect the general welfare of the public. It only affects and pertains to these school districts in which these young adolescent children are going to, these elementary schools specifically, and making sure that, you know, we are not trying to impede in that child's development in any particular way, because that can hinder and negatively affect their upbringing and their growth, and it leaves a lot more room for confusion at such an early age when that is the last thing that they should be thinking or worrying about. So yeah.
Well, yeah, very well said. Yeah. And that about covers the entirety of House Bill 1557, parental rights in education, as it should rightfully be stated. All right. Anyways, I guess to end on the more lighthearted notes here, it's more of an opinion piece, but Twitter. And what do you think of Elon Musk now obtaining Twitter?
Oh shit, dude, I'm freaking stoked. I mean, okay, listen, here's what I'll say. Elon Musk, though, me and him have completely separate political beliefs. He is for private business practices. He doesn't believe that shit should be owned by big governmental organizations, and stuff of the like. And him buying Twitter dismisses a lot of the how should I word this without sounding like a complete bimbo? It eliminates a lot of the government and the specifically the Twitter atmosphere. Surprisingly enough, and you know, people can say what they want. The government does interfere on a daily basis with what we see and what we sense in the internet. That is a real thing. It does happen. I'm not buku crazy. I love IT. That's why I know the things I do. So, with Elon buying Twitter, you are privatizing the business to try to learn new ways to go about operating it. And I think that ultimately it should have a good impact. I don't see Twitter dying off anytime soon. I don't see him switching up the complete framework or the AI of it. But I do see him, you know, securing things a little bit more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. I was very intrigued and interested to hear that he actually did go through and buy it, and they accepted the offer. So I was sure happy, which, not that they really had a choice. He owned about 9% of their public stocks, and if he sold them all at one time, it would have completely crashed the Twitter market. So it was either you accept my offer or I fuck over your company. And that's basically what he did. And he played the freaking, you know, higher card on that. And you know what? Kudos to him.
And honestly, he kind of had Twitter trapped, because if he were to have sold the stocks, the price would have dipped, and he would have been able to make a deal at a lower price.
Exactly.
So, you know, in that aspect, like Twitter, you know, didn't really have much of a choice there. I mean, eventually the stock could go back up, but like very slowly, and not to like.
But who's buying those stocks?
Exactly. Like, I mean, not everyone has big stock money, you know.
Exactly.
Anyways, KJ says, bro, he can make big booba anime neko girls to reality. I mean, Elon Musk probably would, you know. It sounds like something Elon.
Yeah, that's got like Tesla written all over it.
Something funny that I found on Twitter is this news reporter from freaking MSNBC with this quote: "If you own all of Twitter, you could secretly ban one party's candidate." Basically, what he's referring to is either outright banning or shadow banning. So basically, hiding the content of, you know, certain people, individuals.
I think that's exactly what he's trying to get away from, though. I mean,
Yes.
in all seriousness,
So basically, what he's speculating that Elon could do has pretty much been happening already on Twitter, because they are a private company, but they're also, a biased private company, you know.
exactly.
So what he says that Elon could do, the company could have and most likely did do, already before Elon acquired Twitter. So honestly, I'm glad, we get Tesla Twitter, we might get a collab there soon. You know, Twitter to space,
A Twitter car,
SpaceX. Yeah, yeah, a new
first
Twitter
tweet sent from
Tesla, yeah.
yeah, first tweet sent from Mars. Like the the world is endless.
Yeah. Wow. So now Elon's got two companies that start with the letter T. Um, yeah. Honestly, I'm kind of excited about this, Um, I will say one of my friend's concerns is like, but free speech can enable you to say any kind of speech. Um, so people can tell, others to kill themselves if they are gay or something like that, so it can enable like homophobes to do that. However, my thing is, free speech can also enable you to defend people, right, on that certain field. Not only that, but
Yeah,
the block feature isn't going away. You can still block
yeah,
people. You got homies to back you up. People can defend you, and pretty much the majority will go against those people. Trying to say like kill yourself or something like that. Um, so where there is problems, there can also pretty much be solutions. It's like the age-old saying goes, it's not just black and white. There's more to this than meets the
yeah.
eye.
There's a gray area and everything, and
Hmm.
I honestly, I mean, you can't get away from like hate speech. It is everywhere. You know how many times I've been called a fucking, just a dumbass redneck or a piece of shit trailer trash or, a cracker or this, that, and the
Oh,
other, and told that I'm worthless. Like
Beaner.
it happens, yeah, right? I know, like it happens all the time. It is a legit thing. It does not phase me one bit. And anybody with a competent mind, it would not phase one shit. So it baffles me to think that free speech would enable hate speech. Hate speech is going to be around no matter what, and free speech, especially here in the United States, has already been a thing. So people have already been saying everything. So
Yeah.
you're not gonna get away from it. By the way, that lo-fi photo, I know I know that photo because it's on like a lo-fi active like YouTube playlist thing
Yeah.
on your Twitter feed.
Yeah. Apparently, this page kind of gives like the origins of iconic images. So apparently, this is the original ever image of that, like a lo-fi, girl picture.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've also been seeing quite a few tweets about people saying that now they got their accounts back, or now they can say anything without getting banned or whatever. So I mean, yeah. Honestly, I'm stoked
It's
about.
intriguing.
Yeah, it's very interesting because free speech can go positively or
A long way.
negatively, but the
And the
point is,
algorithms that they put out, they will absolutely hinder you from getting something out.
yeah. Oh yeah, and anyways, people follow my Twitter, all right? I can either say retarded things or I can, I don't know, say something cool, I guess, something positive.
Or just respond to one of the many tweets that I tag him in on a bi-weekly basis.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, follow both of us. So follow my boy, the AjaxStudio on Twitter. Go follow him. Damn, he's actually stacked on followers.
I'm stacking up slowly but surely.
Let me search your YouTube channel up. Ajax.
Oh,
And
my
all
YouTube channel is low.
And also check out my boy on YouTube. That's the thumbnail they gave us. There,
No,
you're.
just will nudes still be on Twitter? Oh, I'm sure. You can go searching for them.
Bro, there's still like nudes on Twitter.
420 or something, and I bet you'll find them.
Bro, that's the thumbnail they gave us. You're over here like that sort of sign.
Dude, I don't like how whenever you search up my name, literally the most popular video is the one that me and you did.
One. I think that was the last video I've ever done on that channel, actually.
Actually, it is.
Yeah, it is. Freaking 3 months ago.
Certain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold up. So does that happen whenever I Google my own thing? Let's double check this.
Yeah.
No, I get like Pro Tools and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh, I just put it all together. Freaking AjaxStudio. Oh my goodness. But yeah, everybody go check out Sleep King streams, The Sleep King and The Slumber Crusader. I will be back on that channel. Most likely after finals, I'll be back on that channel and I'll be full grinding on first and second channel. It'll be a lot of fun. Hopefully we get more collabs, either in discussions, or reactions or even gameplay, I think it'll be a swell time. A really fun time, to be honest.
Just fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah. But don't blame me if, you lose a brain cell, like, during these streams.
Happens. It'd be like that. I mean, shoot. And by the time that you're done with finals, I should have enough money. I should be starting to build my PC. So, who knows? Future gameplay. Fingers crossed. We're gonna be shooting for the moon with these. So, keep your eyes out for those.
Yeah. KJ says wait. All right, KJ.
I know.
All right. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Yeah. I'm waiting. Yeah. What's up, KJ?
Do you have the waiting music? Do you have the waiting music? Da, 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 da,
no, I do not. That's the closest thing I have. I need that as a freaking sub alert, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
hello, motherfucker.
I just have the Vine Boom as my sub notification.
Imagine you get gifted 20 subs and they all come in one at a time. Just boom, 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 boom.
Oh, trust me. Jeopardy? Yeah, it's the Jeopardy music. No, but trust me, dude. Well, I'm going back on Twitch. I'm going back to streaming on Twitch once I hit 1,000 subs on any channel. Just any channel.
You're so close.
Yeah, I think the closest for me is my first channel, actually. Yeah, I think I already so I'm at 337 right now.
Something like that, yeah.
So yeah, if anybody wants to join me in the uphill battle towards freaking 1,000 subs and get me back on Twitch
towards monetization.
Yeah. So with 1,000 subs, I'm closer to monetization. My name gets out there.
4,000 watch hours.
Yeah. So I need 4,000 watch hours. Fun fact: I'm actually closer to the watch hours on my second channel than I am on my first channel by a landslide. So I think I have
I don't even know how close I am to my. Hold up. Let's go see how many watch hours I have. I also have 30 subscribers. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. Y'all are beautiful. I will literally send y'all free toe pics. Let's see here.
No cap.
Oh, you've already got them. Don't worry. I'll see you after stream. Anyways, hold up. Where the fuck are my channel analytics? Come here. Where are you? Where are you? Why are you running? Why are you running?
Nah, dude, I got freaking carried by that Pibby video, dude. Like,
Dude.
Oh, jeez, dude. Hold on. Yeah, monetization. So, yeah, I'm almost halfway there. I'm at 1,900 watch hours on my second channel. KJ says no topics.
I am at 12 public watch hours out of the 4,000 required.
Damn, dude. Hold on, let me check my first channel. I'm gonna see if my first channel
the
is.
Sleep King.
Yeah. It's because my first channel has like I don't know, it has like shorter videos, definitely less views and like less viewer retention from what I could see. But yeah. Let me check monetization. 56 public watch hours, let's go.
Gang gang.
I'm close to the
on the
sub
road
goal,
to
yeah.
beat Anthony. I've got
On the road, let's go. Wait, let me check my streams channel. Yeah, yeah, I have 3 channels, dude. Nah, the streams channel barely hit 100 subs like a couple days ago. Shout out to all my new subscribers. So let's see, monetization, 239 public watch hours. So, I mean, Slumber Crusader will be the one to probably hit that monetization threshold soon.
But he
dude,
shall never overthrow the Sleep King.
Dude, the Pibby video got me from like 3 subs all the way up to 200 and something. It was crazy.
It literally like shot you. It should have never happened, and it did.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm a one-hit wonder over here, you know? It's
Shit.
wait, I think I forgot to change like the thumbnail of the stream. Hold on. Details. Let me quickly change the thumbnail. What should a thumbnail be?
Let's just can we like bold our faces and like on your stream set overlay and just put our faces really big and we just make curious faces and you screenshot it and just put it in?
Oh my god. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean like
So like you'll like span me and your camera frames out and we just like look at each other, so you'll look down and I'll look up and
Alright,
you just screenshot and put it in.
Alright. This is so stupid, dude. So dumb. Oh my goodness, dude. So like freaking like.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is so dumb. Alright.
Okay, we've got to.
All right.
You've got to get the layout like properly. Hold up.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just expand. Alright.
Expand and then expand one more time on the right.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
Oh my god. You're everywhere.
My goodness. Yeah. Alright, well let's just do it like this. Alright. 3, 2, 1. There it is. There's the forbidden screenshot. KJ says get the dude from Chicago with the rocket launcher. Oh, we should do that for next stream, dude. There we go. Back to normal. No, my overlay. There we go. All right, hold on. I need to save this.
Gonna put my balls in your drawers.
No, it's not made for kids.
No,
there we go.
It is not made for children.
And
but we do not need to put age restrictions.
All right, there's a new thumbnail. Yeah. What?
I'm loading it.
I'm about to finish right here. Like 10 minutes probably. Huh? Alright, man. Alright, sounds good, man.
Is that your brother?
Yeah. Talking about work tomorrow. Gotta be ready at 7.
Y'all got a big house?
Probably. I just know that there's quite a bit of work to do tomorrow.
Fun.
Which means I gotta do an all-nighter to finish all this homework. Yeah.
Oh, yay.
Yay, let's go. Man, why did I fail, like, for real?
Dear God.
If I wouldn't have failed, I would still be in a cozy environment, you know? Not having to work. I could just pull my feet up. Just be like,
Hey, yo.
10 minutes more, let's effing go. Exactly. So, do we have... I don't think we have anything more to discuss about, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we can twiddle our thumbs or, you know.
Yeah, you know?
I can quote the joke that got me unrated one time.
Oh, really? Man, what was the joke?
How do you make orphans' hands bleed?
How?
You tell them to clap them until their parents come pick them up.
Well, that's one way to do it, you know?
It's so bad. It got like I had 15, 16 people in a raid, and they all instantaneously just dipped. And
Bro, I'm telling you, man, Twitch can't handle it, dude. It can't handle it. They're like, oh no, this guy is gonna get banned.
Gotta dip while I can. No, but I know the streamer who raided me. I talked to her about it. She was like, yeah, no. I'm not the one who made the joke either. It was one of the guys I was playing with, but yeah, no. What did he just say? Get on Discord, I'll get homework. I got homework to do too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Man, yeah, it's like the final 2 weeks, I think, for college.
Oh wow, so you're fixing to be in the finals.
Yeah, dude. Oh my goodness, it's so stressful because, you know, I passed semester 1 and I'm so happy that I did, man. Like, you know, it's, you know, some people might not understand, and, you know, even though this is community college, but you guys don't get it, dude. It's been 3 straight semesters of just pure failure, you know, and then I took a semester off of college to get my stuff together, you know, just to get myself more composed. And
it doesn't matter how much composure you have, dude.
Dude, and I freaking start off the fall semester, and I'm already doing terrible. But I somehow managed to pick it back up, and I get freaking an A and 2 Bs, and I'm just like, dude, I was like freaking driving home from work, like it was like 7 p.m. Cause you know we were like doing this huge house and everything. It took like 4 of us, I think.
Right. Oh shit.
Bro, and I was just there, and I look down and I see 1 A, 2 Bs as my final scores, and I was over here like, yeah, let's go. You know, it's bro, it was, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I started crying right there, man. Like for real. Like once you like it's something to like it's something when you succeed, but it's something else. But it's something else when you keep falling, you keep trying, and you finally succeed after all that hard work. Like,
oh yeah, dude. Oh, absolutely. It's what makes it worthwhile.
But no, it's been stressful, but at the same time, I think it's been paying off.
Right.
And hopefully this semester I can clutch my first year of college. But if not, then, you know, if not, then, back to the drawing board, I guess.
Shoot, man. Listen, let's get this content creation stuff rolling. This summer?
Yeah. This summer
busting walls and busting balls.
This summer is just gonna be I think I'm going to probably be doing weekly uploads on the main channel and probably like every 2 to 3 days on the second channel.
Okay.
Bro, the first time I saw Anthony was when he was listening to anime music. Yeah. So I met KJ in person for the first time. Like the first day of our college, of our college semester, last year. So, fall season 2021. I go to pick this man up. He lives like literal walking distance, like 5 minutes that way, you know. And I just not walk. I drive over to his house, and I'm like, what's some good music for me to play to pick this guy up? I was like, all right, let me just play some anime music. And he comes out, and I think his mom was like there at the entrance or something, or she was like looking to see who it was. And I'm just there, like with my freaking anime music just jamming out. And KJ just
I
hops
just
into
want
the
to know
car.
what music you were playing, what anime we got.
I forgot what anime music I had. I have so much anime music on my playlist that, I'd get copyrighted
Dude,
from Japan if
you
I
need
did
to
it right
listen
now.
to L Rap. It's a song about Death Note. Banger.
Yeah, I'll check that one out. I like anime music, it's got a good beat to it.
My brother loves that shit. I listen to some of it. Some of it goes fucking stupid.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever heard of what is it called? Internet what's their name? Hold up, I follow them. It's Internet something. Internet City. That's the name of them. It's a duo, and they
Oh
made
yeah.
a rap song over Invincible.
Oh really?
Bro. Yes. It's fucking fire. I love it. I loved Invincible though. Have you finished it?
Oh yeah, dude. I have.
Dude. Bro.
Think, Mark.
Oh.
Think. It's like,
what else is gonna be here after everybody dies? I still have you. And then just blood.
Oh my god, bro, that whole show is great. I loved it.
Bro, wild. First episode, like you think that it's gonna end off on a good note. You're like, oh, he's gonna get a superpowers to fight bad guys. Then it goes to the very ending, and you're like, just bonkers.
Bro.
And in the very end, what's his name comes back, and he's just like, I'm here to tell you that a Viltrumite has infiltrated your planet. He's like, yeah, I know.
Bro, why is one of the most garbage characters in that show named Amber, dude? Now we got a terrible Amber in real life, and now we got one in the show, dude.
So,
Like,
I know, between Amber Heard and Amber Fuckhead right there.
right,
Complete asshole. She's like, I already knew. Bitch, then why don't you understand?
I don't know what people will be typing in the comments.
You are not the greatest good he is ever gonna get.
Exactly. Like, where's my super suit head ass? I can get out of here.
Where's my super suit?
Oh my goodness. So KJ says, cooking stream, she don't trust no one. Oh yeah, KJ has been trying to get me to watch cooking VTuber. Honestly, it's probably the only VTuber content that I've liked. Only because of like the comedy and the cooking. That was it. Yeah, I think it was pretty good. Every time I see my Twitter notifications, I get a message when someone likes your tweet because you mentioned me in the tweet and somebody likes it. I'm like, well, as long as they like that tweet, I guess. No, but yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Also, shout out to the boy that's been supporting me recently on Twitter and on YouTube. At the Thrax. Go check him out. He does really good video game and anime song covers. Like, this dude is cracked. He's been doing it for years too, like probably 10 years or something. And yeah, I've binged his entire channel. It's great. It's awesome. So follow the boy, check him out. So yeah, he's been giving.
if we're doing shout outs, I got to shout out my boy Jay, Jay the World. He is a editor for Anifex. Garfield is Doc, in Ice Cold, or he has done editing for them. Freaking phenomenal guy. I will actually throw his Twitter handle in the, or actually I'll grab his whole entire link. But homie's been through the thick of it. He's doing great now, though. His dad's out of the hospital. There was a bunch of prayers that I asked for him, and he pulled through. So bless up. Really glad that his dad's out of the hospital. But yeah, he has officially decided that he is no longer going to be playing, but he is going to become a full-time editor. So I'm just gonna shout him out real quick and say, bro, I 1,000% support you. The hustle's real, and you're living the dream, man. So, congrats on you making that decision. I'm gonna go ahead and post this thing right here. Go follow the homeboy. But yeah.
Wait, where do you post it?
I posted it in the chat.
Wait, which chat?
In the YouTube chat.
Oh, okay. Wait, I don't see it.
Do you have it blocked where hyperlinks won't show if it's posted by somebody?
Hold on, send it to me. Send it to me real quick. I'll post it.
Here,
I'll post it.
Okay. Cranking 90, right there.
Cranking 90. All right. Oh shoot, I hit him for 9.
Okay. All right. Command C, Command P. You got it.
Let me swing my Fortnite pickaxe. All right, got him.
Okay, hold up. Okay, I gotta lean. I gotta pixel peek. Oh, okay, bam, he gone. He good. We're good. Gotta keep it going.
All right, so yeah, follow Jay's World on Twitter.
That's the homeboy. Homie's really been going through the thick of it, so for him to be doing what he's doing, he's awesome. But yeah, that's my shout out for the night, and then shout out to, Anthony, of course.
Let's go, he a fellow black man. Well, you know what we say, we're slowly building.
Dude's funny.
We're slowly building this community up, and it's a great thing to see. It's a great thing to see. Yeah. So any final things you want to say on the stream before we wrap it up?
Yeah, just again to close off the kind of the whole reason why we were streaming. If you have a curiosity to what's going on in the world, knowledge is power. Do your research, do your own research, and I promise you 9 times out of 10 you're going to come out with your own outcome, and there is nothing more powerful than having your own thoughts. So take that into heart and take that into consideration next time something like this pops up on your news feed or on Twitter, or anything that you might be doing, because at the end of the day, your opinions and what you have to say, they matter, and you need to make sure that you have the right information in order to be doing that. So don't overthink things, don't overanalyze them, keep things straight to the fact and true, and honest, and in the end you're gonna seek more reward from that than you would just trying to spread what society wants you to.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good. Damn, I like that. Anyways, everybody go subscribe to AjaxStudio on YouTube, follow him on the AjaxStudio on Twitter, and also AjaxStudio on Twitch. Please go follow, go subscribe, show him some support. He is a true homie. If you want more discussions like these, then please do let me know on my Twitter or in my Discord. And yeah, we'll see who joins those discussions in the future. So thank you, Chris. Thank you for being here in this discussion. Um, honestly, I
For
think
sure,
this
bro.
is
I wouldn't miss it
very
for the
yeah.
world.
Honestly, I think this was very productive. Um,
Oh yeah, no, this was a really like we actually kept things together. Get bitches to get riches, man. I'm trying. Right now, I'm getting pennies and scratching ass. That's what I'm doing.
let's go.
So,
Shout out to Ass.
that's ass.
But yeah, yeah, I guess we'll wrap up the stream here. Let's get the Sleep King channel or the Slumber Crusader channel to 1,000 subs, hopefully by the end of July. I know it's it seems like a high bar to set, but I mean, hey, we're just gunning for it, I guess. And
Yee.
let's get Ajax on YouTube to at least 100 subs. Please do.
Shoot.
Let's
Bless
get
up.
this.
If I could, man.
Let's get this boy. Let's get this boy right here. Let's get him up. All right, stack him up with subs.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try. Soon, I will say this. Soon, I will no longer be Ajax Studios.
Oh, okay. Well,
We are in the process of rebranding. Your boy is officially going to be turning into the Internet Cowboy.
the Internet
So
Cowboy. I like that. Yeah.
the Internet Cowboy, yeah. So, just be on the lookout for that. You can check out my Twitter, keep up to date with everything going on there, as well as whenever I'm streaming and posting new videos, new content. Also, I'm on TikTok, the AjaxStudio on TikTok. You can go check out all of my clips there. Usually those clips are posted before my videos are ever posted, so you might see some unseen footage a little bit early. So who knows? But yeah, thank you so much for having me, Anthony. This was good.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was nice to have you here. And as always, you are always welcome to hop on any of these streams, any of these discussions. You know. Yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun. Damn, 2 hours and 26 minutes. I think that's pretty good runtime.
It was a good stream. It was a good stream.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways, this is Anthony and Chris signing out.